Well, now don't I sound like an idiot? I just had to say last week had the best episode. Now after this banger, I have to change my opinion. Time to make a new title and thumbnail. I'm sorry? No, my apology? No, I was wrong. These two episodes feel married to each other. While episode 4 gave us mind games and fun challenges to test Lloyd's preparation, episode 5 gives us a whole lot of action. We went from the mind games aspect of spies to the fun aspect, and I am a sucker for a cool fight scene with amazing soundtracks, so I'm all in on episode 5. We start off with our first look of the West Alice Spy Agency. They're discussing how important and talented Twilight is, and how if he needs anything to complete his mission, he can be trusted completely. No amount of resources is too much for our blonde boy. Back with the Forgers, they prepare themselves for failure as the world keeps telling them they didn't make it. Their family photo fell, Yor's jewelry broke, they saw a black cat, and Anya stepped in a pile of shit. Today is going just as planned. When they arrive at Eden College, families are gathered around the acceptance board. Lloyd and Yor nervously read through the list, but Anya is nowhere to be found.
What's the?
Professor Greatbeard pulls Lloyd aside and in an act of elegant rebellion shows Lloyd the super secret waiting list where Anya is first in line to join the school if someone were to withdraw. So what we're hearing is Yor has to go take care of some business, right?
俺には6歳になる息子が来月晴れて名門イーデンに入学する俺が死んだら学校に行けなくなってしまうんだ
アーニャさんの繰り上げ合格のためにお亡くなりください
Yor contemplates doing Anya a solid, but luckily Greatbeard tells them not to worry because so many people withdraw every year that Anya is sure to get in. I would have liked to see a little more panic in this situation. The setup just feels kind of weird with how quickly she's allowed in. Basically, Spy Family has to let Anya into the school for plot reasons, so we already know what's going to happen. We can either just let her in, we could put challenges in her way, or we could leave enough space for our characters to begin to wander. Unfortunately, this episode doesn't really do any of those and kind of defaults onto the first one. Anya is told she's not in, just to be told 5 seconds later she's accepted after all. This scene seems to only exist to show us Yor's thoughts, which is cool, but why not also show us Lloyd's? Just like in my great Vivi video that everyone seems to hate, yes, I am going to rewrite a very, very small portion of an anime I love. Here's my disclaimer, Spy Family is really good, Vivi was fantastic, they both just have one small thing I personally would like to change. That doesn't mean I hate the show, and if you love 100% of both shows, that's fine, in fact, they are dope anime. So don't freak out when I make a minor suggestion, but also comments help with YouTube stuff, so if you do freak out, please do it in the comments and help me out. Thanks. Once again, this sort of style is taken from Nando V Movies, who I'll leave in the description. So what can we keep? Well, most of it, honestly. I don't have any great ideas on the spot for obstacles to throw in their paths, so we're rolling with the wandering road. Lloyd, Yor, and Anya read the board and realize their name is not there. Greatbeard pulls them aside as usual and shows them the waiting list. He tells them there's a chance someone will withdraw from their prestigious school, but that's very unlikely. As a show of respect, he also tells Lloyd about punching Swan and whatever else he usually says here. Now, instead of resolving the issue immediately, we give Lloyd and Yor time to worry about Anya. We can see the scene of Yor attacking a man to solve the problem, but we also get to see Lloyd think of multiple ways to solve this. He can think through blackmail and calling in another agent, whatever interesting spy tricks he has. They end up back at home to receive the phone call anyway, so we just add a couple new imagination scenes before that. Right as Lloyd is about to leave for whatever plan he has chosen, he gets the call that one of the students' family has been discovered as traitors to the state, and they are pleased to offer that slot to a good patriotic family like the Forgers. We end up in the same place, but with a couple new scenes where Lloyd is panicked to think of a solution, and importantly, his reassurance also warns him of the dangers of slipping up. I just would have liked to see a little bit more than, sorry Anya, you didn't make it, oh, never mind, yes you did. Now unfortunately, that doesn't leave much room for the complete gem of an episode that follows this. Anya learns a prayer dance to get into Eden, and wouldn't you know it, but 5 seconds after failing to get in, Lloyd gets a phone call accepting Anya. With Frankie already at the door, it's time to celebrate. As her reward for getting into Eden, Anya wants to play Spy Wars with Lloyd. Frankie tells them they can rent out the theme park and play there. Lloyd caves and radios headquarters for assistance. Since he's the West's greatest spy, they give him whatever he needs. Some agents arrive with a water plane for Lloyd to adventure off into the castle. Once there, Anya is sad since there's no one else to play with besides Frankie. Like the responsible man he is, Lloyd calls up for all of his units. Ditch your posts and come help Twilight. They're protecting world peace, but nah, come play pretend with Lloyd's daughter. And it's not like it was stealthy. They literally arrived in motorboats and SWAT helicopters. Good thing we hand-waved that the government doesn't care about watching theme parks. Once there, the agents are all given the task to stop Lloyd Man as he attempts to save Princess Anya from the evil Count Scruffy. Scruffy takes Anya and runs. While on the chase, Lloyd Man must answer Anya trivia questions to avoid wearing a costume. When that fails, it's time for my simple brain's favorite thing, a cool fight scene with a nice soundtrack. My mind is easily amused by loud, cool things, and here is a loud, cool thing. Lloyd runs through the trained agents on the way to save his daughter. They begin shooting him with rubber balls, and Spy Family just really gets to show us its amazing action. The final obstacle to saving Anya is fighting Yor, who once again sucks at hiding her skills. Luckily, she's wasted, so Lloyd can easily smack Frankie and rescue his daughter. The episode was really amazing.
アーニャ、学校も頑張る。
そうか。まあなんだ。とりあえず入学おめでとう。
Unfortunately for West Alice, they now have a lot of wasted time and money to deal with. This was a very fast and exciting episode, and now I feel dumb for saying last week was so good. This episode would definitely not have flowed as well with my changes, and it would have been cut for time, but it's fun to discuss it even if people hated my Vivi video. I'd like to take a moment at the end of the video real quick to ask how you feel about when I rewrite scripts of different anime. I've only done it twice now, once with Vivi and once with Spy Family, and it's very easy to look at the amount of dislikes on the Vivi video and the couple comments I got and think that just everyone hates it. But I really like that kind of content. I love when Nano V Movies does it for different like Marvel and DC movies, and I think it's really cool to do an anime. This one, clearly I don't have the context surrounding Spy Family that I did in Vivi, so I can't. It's really just like a minor problem. Vivi was more of like a structural problem, but that show ended up fantastic anyway. So I would like to know if you actually do like when I do that, or if people actually just really hate it, which is the perception that I get. Thanks. How did you feel about this episode? Let me know in the comments, and if you like this video, a like and subscribe would help a lot. Thanks for watching.